Hey guys, I really hope you enjoyed this clip, but before you do, please hit subscribe. What are some just tried and true lessons that transcend time that you would leave, that you probably leave to your family, but you can relate it personally, you can relate it professionally? Like, what matters at the end of the day after all that you've experienced?
I think well, let me tell you this. I was real fortunate. In 2003, I got an honorary doctorate from Texas A&M. And by the way, the event kind of gone down as something that is memorable, because I was trying to think I was going to be at a commencement, and there were 16,000 of my closest friends who were going to be there, and family and students and so forth. And I was trying to think, how do I get everybody's attention? And so I started off my remarks to the students saying that I really didn't deserve this award, but I had a bad case of hemorrhoids and I didn't deserve those either. And that's gone down as the hemorrhoid address down at A&M. But I thought real hard about what I could say to those kids. And I came up with 9 words for a great life. And they are, and I sincerely believe this, that number one, you've got to be proud of yourself. And by that, I mean you have to be able to look yourself in the mirror and chastise yourself about the way you may be mistreated an employee or a relative or somebody else. So you've got to think really hard about your relationship with people and be proud of how you treat them and the things that you've done, because you are the only person that you can fool. You can't fool yourself. You can fool everybody else. And that's number one. Number two, you have to love your work. I've seen so many people who are miserable all the time, and they come home and they make their family miserable because they don't like what they're doing. They're not in love with it. And I think that you got to love your work. And then number three, I think you got to give back. And I had an uncle who had an incredible fortune, and he was the family curmudgeon, Uncle Brunky. And Uncle Brunky was he was unhappy his whole life, and he wound up with this incredible fortune, and I helped him give it away. And I never saw him as happy as he was giving away his money. So I think giving back, however you can do that, is really important. And I think number one is your family. I've been blessed with a great family. I lost my wife a little over a year ago.
I'm sorry.
Anyway, sorry about this.
That's okay.
Yeah.
Take a breath.
Yeah. But I've lived a charmed life. Really have.
I want to end on something that came across because I think it ties this up perfectly. You did lose your wife. You're 90 years old, and there's a rumor, I'm pretty sure this is true, but you still go to public golf courses a couple times a week and go as a onesome so that you can just meet people and play with them.
I did that yesterday and played with a fireman from Frisco.
Why, after all 90 years where you could probably play golf anywhere you want with whoever you want, do you choose to show up as a onesome and just keep meeting people?
I just love people. I really do. This guy yesterday that I played with, I'd say he's probably a third my age, something like that. And the first thing I told him, he's a great big tall guy, African-American. I said, now listen, I'm 90 years old. Nobody gives me a stroke. I'm talking about not a golf stroke. I'm talking about a real stroke, a stroke in the head. And so he he was just such a nice guy, and I just enjoyed visiting with him. His wife is a nurse, and blah blah blah, and it was just fun for me.
That's
I
awesome.
just like doing it.